It's about that time of day again. My name is Joseph. It's Monday evening, May the 1st, 2017. Welcome back to your newsletter. We're covering crude oil, S&P, gold, euro, and FDAX tonight. Crude is bearish and trying to retest the low, but we have a two-try rule in play tonight, telling us to look for selling opportunities, but keep an open mind for a possible failure and a reversal tomorrow. Really interesting scenario on the crude. We'll grab that in a moment. S&P is range bound with a bull bias tonight, but the buyers just tried twice to finish off a measured move, and they appear to be failing, prompting us to look for selling opportunities back to the low of the range tomorrow. Looking for some rotation here in the S&P tonight. Gold is bearish, but it looks like price tumbled a little too far, too fast today. So we're staying patient for more information, seeing easy opportunities for both the bulls and the bears tomorrow. Keep an eye on the yellow metal. We could go either way tomorrow. Euro's bearish and trying to make a run back to the lows, but a support trend line is going to make us wait for traps and failures up inside the battle zone to avoid selling into support levels tomorrow. And of course, we can't forget about the FDAX. The DAX is range bound coming off the May Day holiday. And with the markets closed today, we expect to see a decent gap at the open tomorrow as traders try to play catch up, right, from missing today's opportunities. Hope you guys enjoyed your May Day, your Labor Day holiday. We, of course, had a very, very good day today in our trade and across most markets. Most markets here, plenty of opportunities here today. Get another great newsletter in store for you guys and gals tonight. Plenty of reliable opportunities setting up for tomorrow. But before we jump into the chart, though, and put the plan together, I do want to remind you the only place to watch the full-length version of this newsletter video is on our blog here at sidewaysmarkets.com. If you're watching the video right now on our YouTube channel, it's only a small snippet on the YouTube channel. Not to worry. In the description of that YouTube video, there's a link in the description. Follow that link and come join me on the blog at Sideways Markets for the full-length version. While you're here, don't forget to join the mailing list. I'm going to send you an email every evening, Monday through Thursday, when this newsletter goes live. I have many different ways to follow me on social media. In the lower left-hand corner, follow me on all my social media channels. I'm always posting important charts, links, and updates throughout the week. Right? Follow me on social, lower left-hand corner. And don't forget to grab those charts. How nice is that? All the charts from tonight's video are available for you to download by following that link right below tonight's video. Upper right-hand corner, don't forget to grab that free pass. If you're not an advanced member here at School of Trade, you owe it to yourself. You're going to learn more with me in 90 minutes on that free pass than you will anywhere else on the interwebs. I can basically guarantee you that. Don't forget, we got a great free trial membership here at School of Trade, and we got a great frequently asked questions page. If you have any questions along the way, I'm always here to help. Hit me up on the live support tool on the right-hand side of the website. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Boy, oh boy, was it some beautiful, beautiful weather here in Los Angeles. Hopefully you guys were able to get out of the office a little bit this weekend, enjoy some of that sunshine, at least northern hemisphere, that is. Hope you guys had a great holiday here today. I know markets were open for the most part, right? But again, it was Labor Day, May Day. Did you guys break out the old maypole, right, in Europe? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, time with family and friends. We got some big opportunities coming tomorrow, though. Let's jump in. Tonight we have some major news coming from our friends in Japan, 7:50 and 8:30. Not sure how much we're going to get a move of the needle on that, but we do have news coming out here later on this evening. Tomorrow, there's not a lot. It's a lot, but it's all kind of little tiny stuff. You know, really the only big news events tomorrow morning will be manufacturing from France and Germany. We'll see what happens. I have a funny feeling, though, you know, this coming Sunday is the runoff election in France. So we may be overshadowed by that pending election. We'll see. But not a lot of big news tomorrow. Only real news we have is going to be at 3:50, 3:55 from France and Germany, both of which are manufacturing numbers. We got the employment rate here from the EU tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Again, none of this stuff is really going to have much of an impact here tomorrow. And as you can see here, there's nada, right? Nothing on the schedule here tomorrow in the U.S. session. That means, of course, we got the opening bells to worry about tomorrow, 8:20 on gold and currencies, 9 o'clock on crude, 9:30, right, on the NYSE. And, of course, don't forget, we'll do all of this together tomorrow with all of our students in the trade room, right? Don't forget, we put all this together in a plan, and we execute that plan every day in our trade room Monday through Friday. I hope to be able to work with you as a new client as well. You can learn more about that on the website here at schooloftrade.com. Let's jump in here today. Not a lot of time. You guys are busy people just like I am. Let's kick some butt. We We got some crude, S&P, gold, euro, and FDAX tonight. Starting off with crude oil. Crude is bearish and trying to retest today's low, but this rising support trend line is getting in their way. And if we can't reach their target after 2 tries, we're likely going to see price push higher tomorrow, or at least give the opportunity for price to push higher tomorrow. The challenge for tomorrow is not selling into this support. If price pushes lower, we're going to try to use this trend line as resistance to avoid selling into the low of day, which of course is the objective at this point. If price pushes higher, well, we expect the bears to likely walk away from this, giving the bulls the opportunity to buy low using a 2-legged pullback for a test of today's high. What a great chart here tonight. We've got a lot of these great examples here, of course, for us, even in the newsletter. The very first thing that stands out, the 2 things that stand out on this chart is, first of all, where we are. We're sitting right at last Friday's low, kind of hanging out right on top of the double down, 48.80 to 48.72. So we're in kind of a precarious little issue, little spot here right now. We saw some real strong movements down today, but it doesn't look like we got much accomplished below Friday's low. Friday's low being a big psychological level, right? We're sitting at the lows. We could definitely tell we're bearish, but we are at the lows right now, right? So we're at the objective. We are where the market wanted to go. Now we're waiting to see more information from there. That's a big clue. I think what might just be the most important clue here for tomorrow is the 2-try rule in play right now. Now, basically, the 2-try rule says, and we talk about this in our advanced classes when it comes to the topic of market psychology. The financial markets are groups of people. They're nothing more than big groups of people, much like a poker game, except you can't see the other people at the table. So bottom line is big groups of people, they do things twice. They have very commonalities to them, right? They have characteristics that repeat over and over and over again. One of those characteristics of a liquid market is we usually see the market try twice. Range breakouts, continuations, retests, things like that. So we're looking at this going, all right, well, we definitely had a real strong bear move down today. Real strong move down, beautiful rotation, I might add. What a gorgeous, it was a great day today. I had a great day on crude oil. And of course, with that bear trend going down, the sellers have one objective, and that is to sell high and retest that low. So when I see a real strong bear channel like this, remember, we teach how to draw the channel correctly in the intermediate course, and don't assume, because I'll tell you right now, the way that I was told to draw channels 10 years ago when I began learning how to trade, right, is completely different than the way that I draw channels today. So be very careful who you trust to teach you about technical analysis. Most of the technical analysis I see being spewed all over YouTube these days, in my opinion, is the exact opposite how I would look for it. Teaching breakouts, teaching scaling in, things like that I look at, I cringe just knowing that if you were to take that advice, right, you'd be basically getting stopped out when people like myself are getting into positions. So there's some words of caution. Be very careful about who you trust to teach technical analysis. The bottom line is, assuming we have the correct channel being drawn, I now know that sellers are going to look for chances to sell high, right? Well, they're going to sell high above the high of that channel. Look what happens when they try once. Do they retest the low? No, they didn't, right? And that's their first try. That's okay, though. Like I said before, groups of people, they'll usually try things twice, right? So they run up, another trap high again. Beautiful. Sell it again. Now they have to get back down and retest that low. This is the 2-try rule right in front of you here tonight. Bears tried once, couldn't get it done. Well, we'll put a little more effort into it next time. Sell high. This now becomes the second try. The bottom line is the objective is to retest that low right now at 59. The Bears have tried once. They've now tried twice. We have to get that new low accomplished, or this is going to start looking bad for the Bears. Bottom line, if you're a seller and you're watching this happen, right, and you see it fail, you're going to start feeling a lot less confident in this market going lower. So now we really open ourselves up to both sides of the market tomorrow. First of all, it's a bear market we want to focus on that first. The problem though is here we have a rising support trend line. Now, one of the interesting things about the 2-try rule is that when they tried the first time and failed, it kind of creates a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy to make it more difficult for the bears the second time. As you can see, this trend line now, we are sitting right in, right? We're sitting right at the double down, obviously, but right at that trend line support. So we can't sell here. We have to sell much higher up. So if you're fortunate, right, if you had the wherewithal to know what the situation was and you were trying to avoid selling into that trend line support, right, you're already in this move short off the high. If you're not in this move, though, now is not the time to go chasing after this market. It's not enough to know the setups. You have to know where we are in the big scheme. You have to know the story the market's telling us. You have to know the market's context, right? It's location, location, location when it comes to trading. And of course, we are not at a very good location at this moment to be a seller, right? Again, if you sold high, beautiful, but not now. So what's our option if we want to be a bear? Well, first of all, we have to get through that trend line. That may not be very easy. What I like to do is I like to see it really strong push through and then look for a 2-legged correction back up off of that low. There'll usually be some sort of trend line in here, and we can use that to sell high. Now, notice what I just said right there. We need to get price screaming through that low so we can then sell high. It's all relative at that point, right? So if we can get price to push lower, retest that low, then all is good again for the bears, right? We will have accomplished our mission. Then we have to avoid selling selling low. We want to sell high, and that's where that 2-legged move comes, using that trend line as resistance. Now, it's a little bit tough for me to give you guys some exact targets right now to the downside. We have our triple down at 48.42. I think I saw, prior week low, prior month low, down at that 48.20 as well. So, of course, the objective for the bears is the 59. Targets here at 42, and if we do turn a little bit silly here tomorrow, 48.20 is definitely on our radar here for tomorrow. But now let's talk about the serious opportunities we have for the buyers right now. With this opportunity here to avoid, right, with this trend line kind of helping out the buyers, right? This trend line is definitely making the job more difficult for the bears. It's really helping out the buyers right now. What would that look like? Well, first things first, who has control of this market? You always have to ask that question. First question, who has control? Second question, where is their objective? Third question, location, location. Where are we on the chart, right? What is the market's context? First of all, who has control right now? The bears do. Where's their objective? Back to the low. Where are we? We're sitting at support, right? So see how that sequence goes? And as I always tell you almost every night in this newsletter, if you don't know who has control or where the objective is, right, you should not be doing anything at all. Trust me, guys, as somebody who blew out his first 3.5 trade accounts, right? Trust me, I wasn't, right? It took me a long time to learn this. I think that's why I'm a good teacher, right? Because I really am passionate about shortening this learning curve for you. But the bottom line, though, is that as a new trader, if we don't know who has control and where we are, we shouldn't be doing anything right now. That's when we sit on hands and we preserve our capital. It's a lot of times it's better to have no position than the wrong position. So with that said, what do we need first of all for this market to turn from bearish to bullish? Strength. Now, fortunately for the bulls, strength should be readily available because with the sellers trying once, the sellers trying twice, we now know that after 2 tries, they're probably going to give up. And what happens if the bears give up? Buy, 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 buy. What? Short covering rally. That should produce a relatively strong move higher. First things first, I want to see a real strong move up. Second, with that strong move higher, what don't I want to do when price shoots higher? Chase. I don't want to be a buyer. So what I have to be aware of is, and this is very typical, when the market turns from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish, whenever we turn direction, the market usually goes either overbought or oversold. So if it goes from bearish to bullish, right, it'll usually slam higher. Don't chase after it. and then we want to avoid buying high, and usually that first pullback is a trap. And so we look for, again, it's a similar situation. We went to the lows, right? But this time to the highs, right? A two-legged pullback, a trap low, right? A breakout pullback. It's a sneak. But I hope you guys learned something and hope you'll use it to earn something tomorrow. Now, don't forget, if you're watching the video right now on our YouTube channel, it's only a small snippet of the entire video. Not to worry, in the description of the YouTube video, there's a link in that description. Follow that link, go to the blog, watch the full-length version, and while you're there, grab your free trial, grab your free pass, right, and all the goodies we have on our trading blog at Sideways Markets. If you're here with me right now at schooloftrade.com, don't forget to join that free trial, right? I teach a lot of the same stuff we cover every night in our nightly newsletter, and you'll learn more about the who, what, where, when, and why, right? We're known as being the industry leader in trading education. Don't forget about our beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels of membership. We have flexible payment options for our membership levels. Contact the office for more details on that, and I'm always here standing by to help you guys out if you have any questions along the way. Guys and gals, same time, same place. I'll see all my advanced members tomorrow in the trade room at 8 o'clock Eastern time. If not, you guys be well out there. Be nice to each other and be here tomorrow, will ya? Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.